Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Good.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Alright, sounds good. Join the party.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't!
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Let's go. Oh, there's no one.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point.
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Look at the guys hoarding all the rations.
Pardon me.
What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me. So you want to get back to your position. What is this guy's doing? Okay. So says Lord Wolverine. Now Wolverine is dead.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. Must think we're just damaged from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
Begin!
Dance in the wind! Dance Weston! Dance in the wind!
Burn! Armor won't save you!
Shion, astral energy! Full throttle! Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess they survived.
Hey,
Something's weird about all this. You remember where the Wolverine's no longer around?
You don't say.
You sort of seem to think only for the rules, so forgive me. Mine is completely village, just like the Giants here. Back on it, I did feel like those soldiers we fought here before were mindless. I That's true, they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going about their business as usual. So everyone here was born on slave, both dads and Razalot. Both the kind of one.
Well...
That doesn't explain why all the hell it didn't break loose with these guys on Swaller and Wisconsin like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since War vanished. It's entirely possible things may be starting to crumble in the fringes. Whether they have to an degree has allowed these soldiers to carry on as whole business as usual. I can't just think these guys keep looking around. We should bring them to America for the time being. I hear, but I don't know if they're going to be kind of quiet actually. Just be careful, man. I'm more Doha than I don't know what to do.
Well?
Lord Vaughn has left this realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, we can cross the line and honor and must pledge allegiance to you.
How?
But just as soon as you man the Lord, we respect the right of the Lord and that is precisely the command. Of course, we will follow your orders, Lord Vaughn.
Oh, wow!
How will that work?
So then,
It should suffice for time being. Let's bring these men into barracks and then speak with Dan.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Could go on vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it! They killed us! Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing! How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah.
Are you okay, sir?
Oh?
Oh, you were down one of your J's or something.
What?
Yourself. You all know where this is headed.
Yes! Just great.
Mate, the sailor. Let me borrow a boat and then goes.
What?
Boat all over. Interesting. He did try to come over here like to meet us.
What?
What reason did anyone have walking away at all these years?
Yes! Yes!
This is like one of them simply refers to us.
Nice.
Interesting. Yeah. Makes sense. I've been catching the flesh them. Kind of over the rice pepper meat and
Right.
you make it by learning how to cook, people. Learning how to cook.
Very nice. Yes!
You guys are go ahead and fix this mountain fury so we can find out more details for a bit.
Got it.
Right on.
Just a minute.
Hold on your horses, Alpha. Guess how much spice we put in it. I'm not going to decide to tear a hole through our stomachs. Fine.
Great!
Alright. That's pretty cool.
What? Yes!
Interesting.
Great.
Yes, you really like it, is what I'm getting here. Great, let's go ahead. Or delicious.
Hey,
This is good.
No way!
Oh no, this is bad.
oh?
I thought you liked spicy food. This is really good. We're gonna show.
Hey.
Sorry. How? Amazing!
How good is this? It makes me want to get up and jump for joy. I understand what I've been trying to teach you.
Yes! Hey. What? Very nice.
Not sure where to travel.
Alvin! She owns stuffing bread with marble curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Sheila, you're hooked on that stuff.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Okay. So scary. Really
Well...
Come on. I'm so great. I don't know why outside work's not safe. You hear me? He must be some fire commander. So that would mean splash sounds wind, the home sounds wind, the boom sound is usually.
Hey!
Oh, it's gotta be me. It's always loud and booming. Dropping lightning. I'm even there. Look, you don't know anything with that. Here, boom, boom. See what I mean? He agrees with me. Hardly knows you. Reach out for him. Not enough for Chase. He's in neighbors. Don't you see what it is?
Got it!
Okay, then.
Huh?
Is that your nickname for me or something? You're Barky Boy now. That's pretty cool.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Hey, you're the Liberators. Could I ask you how there's something? You sound a lot more lively than most people around here. What's next to do is boomies.
Well,
I mean, those little tiny little zoos. See one of them? I can't help but think of them. Freakers so cute. See them with those, I think they're starting to feel better.
yeah.
Really think so? I mean, they're cute for you.
No way.
Huh?
That's what I want to ask. Could you defeat a handful of them at some time and bring them back with me? Sure, you
Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything?
What does this game mean?
Oh,
hey,
hey,
that's not
seriously?
You're whooping now. That's all really. What do you mean, that's it?
Well,
I mean, they were making progress. problem.
Well-
Is there a problem? Yes. Huh? Is there a specific reason why your work isn't going well? I don't have any materials. Where did you get the materials before? Zero. The source you got, guys. How are you getting the materials either? Because these are not my zeros.
That's just...
Keep them contained. Zeros got out of my mind. Losing the dreams of all the strangest things. You probably didn't have to see it.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah!
Not in the castle. Not in town. Where did he go?
No idea, but let's try searching the city.
It's always seat of the pants with you, isn't it?
It's so fast to find Lynn, like a normal being too.
No way!
Damn. Does he have any room? When she lives in that area.
All right.
God, probably been used to her.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Sorry.
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I worked in this with introduces myself. I don't want to work. It's so busy with you.
All right.
You're about to work, but you have to take care of your sons. Your transfer today. You only get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Did we really just spend...
This came out so good.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Alright, fair enough. The unbillerated in here, then I have to go get the stuff here. Because there's a couple of stuff I need to get here. Oh, I wonder how strong this monster is. This is a boss monster, isn't it? Okay, that's a boss monster quest.
I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Maybe the animals are wrong.
Right, here goes! Here I come! Swallow blade! I'm not done!
Take it.
Arrow squall!
You're on!
They may look cute and
It's
stuff,
over.
but they're vicious.
The abyssal.
I've been hit with something! We turn the tables on.
Sure sounds like a job for yours truly.
Seal!
Slash the shot!
Illuminate the dark!
Luna Rondo!
Of course, holy glitter!
Here I come!
Lightning! Now!
Destruction!
Do it!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Come one, come all! You're mine!
Coming through!
Swallow blade! Destruction!
Infinity nail!
You're mine! You're finished! Here I come! Ha! Swallow blade! Air pressure!
Reload! Hit!
Swallow blade! You're mine!
Holy land! Annihilation!
Crush!
On your knees.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
I'm not done!
No complaints here.
You're mine! Swallow blade!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Destruction! Swallow
Now!
blade!
I'm all stocked up.
Begin. Take this. I'll fly you with a
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
The one up there? Maybe. Let's check that out.
Clear for us a path!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Take this! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Can you take it? I'll blind you with a dust!
You're finished! Swallow blade!
Negative gate!
Here I come! You're finished!
Glacial Spear! Here's
Here
evil!
I come! You're finished!
Freeze Lancer!
I'll blind you with a
You're
dust!
finished!
In the wind! Sleep
Blasting
now!
down!
None can escape my judgment!
Here I come!
Blah, blah,
Can you
blah.
take it?
Take this!
Do it! You made quick work of them!
I have plenty of tricks up my...
I hope to see them sometime.
Could have been worse.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Oh, Joe, you have to do.
Yeah.
You worked great. You brought some back with us. Wait, let me see.
No.
There they are. That's still not good.
You did it.
These are the guys who can draw pictures of movies and stuff animals in the background. Hopefully these things take off. I'm gonna be super famous. Almost got it all forgot. Sounds like this place is in good hands.
Really?
Really think so? First of all, hell, I'm gonna make Boom Knees the mascot of this entire city just you.
Yeah.
You're the first line to buy one of your stuff animals with their ribbon.
What's gotten into him?
He says instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival.
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
This came out so...
It's Dr. Shion then. There you go.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Danon master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. It was a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls?
You're not closer to Shion.
You go ahead and
Alright.
sleep. I'm going to grab another bite to eat first. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Ah, guess I misread the landing.
You're gonna go center there, and I'll have to go there. Alright.
Oh crap! Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Level 42. Let's try.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
Okay, you come and face me.
Level 30, right?
Go for the weak point.
An astral arch?
That's my cue.
I'll face you.
Shut him down.
Let's go. Here goes.
I'll face you.
Lightning condemned! In here! Magic advance! Holy land!
Dance on the wind.
Rising Wyvern!
Close one! Annihilation! Firmament render!
I'll face you.
None shall escape my Alright!
In a
It's
bind?
showtime! Firmament
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Enemies immobilized!
Blind you with the shot.
Escape! Mirage!
Begin. Now you see what I can do.
Plasma shock!
A freezing storm! Dance in the
Roller
wind!
blade!
Begin.
Stop!
Stardust!
Light astral
Can you take it?
Alright!
Take
It's
it!
showtime!
Roller blade!
Dating pile driver.
Lightning supernova! Annihilation!
Take this! Plasma shock!
I'll heal you all!
Take this!
Thousand gales! Carry
It's
it in
over.
dread. Healing
Stardust!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too!
Here I come! Plasma shock!
Supernova! Light astral! Illuminate the world! Magic
Sorry.
advance!
I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for? We can't depend on one another.
You're right.
Armor is all
Bear that in mind.
dating pile driver.
You picked the wrong fight!
Illuminate the
Those
top
are
of
mystic
magic!
mercy.
Holy land!
I owe you one.
We're in your debt,
There you go!
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Where are you
You got
going?
it. What's a Nick? Lunar Rondo!
Snake snake of the abyssal deep, clear for us a path.
It's over!
Another incantation ruined. In a vine? Elusive deity! I'll smash you! Revelation light.
It's over!
Heal!
Illuminate the
Swallow blade!
Our art is being interrupted.
Time to let it rip!
Clear for us a path.
Slash! Burn! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Dance in the wind!
Rising Water!
Begin!
No escape!
Negative gate! Please now! More with the sun!
Begin! I'll grind you into dust!
Raging
You're mine! Seismic rupture!
I can do this all day!
It's in your hands now.
Stay away from my
I'll
friend!
bring you back from death to biz! Lightning orb! Raging cascade!
I
hope this medicine works.
Wide open!
It won't escape me!
Mirage! Here I come! You're finished!
Grind you into dust!
Can't be happening! Darkness!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
From beyond!
Divine
Imbue this
strength!
vanquished
Mirage!
soul with life! Resuscitation!
Close one! Here, let me help! First aid! Lightning orb! Thank you, Dohalim.
I only did what any other would.
Not today!
I think you're nicer than you let on.
Negative gate!
Resonate with the earth! Back into the forest! Annihilation!
Now mark what I can do! On your knees!
Far enough!
My rage is even more!
Amazing! Not long to go now. Got it! Now's our chance!
You're mine! Mirage!
Thunder
Destruction!
Not on my watch!
Take this! Blast the shock!
Flame of Shining Supernova!
Crush! This one's all mine!
Forward acting! This one's mine!
This is looking good! Ignite!
Golden Splendor! Arrow Claw! Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo! Dance in the wind!
I'm gonna need more.
Air Drop! What would I do without you? Magic is out! Air Drop! My astral
Anything in
energy!
armor is all mine!
Radiant Pierce!
Blast the shock!
Photon Blast! Here I
Blue
go!
Rondo!
It's leave the wind!
You'll pay for that!
Photon Blast!
Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
Lightning Storm! Thunder!
Time to let it rip!
May 1,000 gales carry you to
Blast
strike!
the shock!
Gusty air!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! First aid!
Okay.
There we go, got it. Astral flower. Nice.
It was a close thing.
We should be able to cook here.
Curry, perhaps. Or burgers. No, mashed potatoes. It's so hard to decide.
Xion has really become quite the foodie, huh?
At least all that time teaching her wasn't for naught.
Shame it all sounds so rich.
Whoa!
Mind if I join you, Law?
See you guys tomorrow.
You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Yeah. Seriously?
Hey!
I think Hoodle senses something.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Yes.
Yes, star brings on fire. Wait,
What?
it's burn. That's right, that's how you do it. Maybe more feral processing is more appropriate. Sorry, have I done something wrong? Hey, do you have no custom for relatives of the deceased when they say their final call? How could we have one? How could we have them down? Up until recently, we were too busy toiling away to think of the burial rites. Just make the royals the son of convenience popular to the heavens. Why not introduce this practice to Dan? Please that in doing so. Church on the floor of the rooms there, travel with caution. You could never do something like that. It's the last chance for you to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. That's the part we do we're living for all times. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply left that something more ought to be done. When the Ren is still over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. Because you can spread diseases, we didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Anyhow, I'll think for a second and forgive everything. Don't know, but do you know what else happened last night? Let me tell you guys, because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Just like you two, if you hated there so much, you should just try more love. That's enough. No more. I just struck a new one. And here we are fighting amongst ourselves. Won't we all over ourselves suffering each other? If we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's what we were all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system. We have to work together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If you need a team different than the being a guest. I've done every last prayer, even if I have to do it all. Indeed. Because though I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have you two can look at people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Sure, I have to accept blaming all of this. First, can I express how very sorry I am for who your friend uses it so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I respect your lashing out at you as hard as I did to love on him. I guess I'm still working through a lot of my emotions. Well, this is going pretty well, isn't it? Yeah.
Rinwell.
I want you to teach me about culture and history. I know how that's been reaching out.
Huh?
Sure, never mind. Could you maybe teach me about Ratatouille then?
Whew.
You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. Lots of good people along the way, it seems. So much distracting. Let's say your son to rest. We'll do it to Dan anyway.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. I mentioned it's the least we could do for you as his man. So, is it peace now?
Right.
Sure, we tend to build a future for this world. I will make you proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However...
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
Oh, are you okay?
What's that noise?
Helvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
What the heck is this?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right,
Oh,
Shion?
shit.
Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated, as if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Alright then. Let's save and off to get there. Next time on Tales of Arise.